This girl was just 16 years old. Doctors found a dangerous amphetamine overdose in her system, and it had done serious damage to her central nervous system. Her whole body was covered in double puncture wounds. There was barely a spot of unbroken skin on her face, chest, or lower body. She also had over 30 clean, straight wounds all over her. Even weirder, they even found little wood shavings on her lower body. Benson could tell this wasn't no simple case, not by a long shot. Turns out the girl's name was Terry. She was a pretty well-known model. Detectives dug up a planner in Terry's backpack. The last thing on it was a photo shoot over on 7th Avenue. Detective Benson hightailed it to the hospital to talk to Terry's dad. Her dad said he and Terry's mom had been divorced for ages, and he'd been raising Terry by himself this whole time. On the night it happened, he dropped Terry off at the photo studio around 6 p.m., then headed home alone. Next, Benson and his partner tracked down Terry's agent. The agent said Terry did show up for the shoot that night, but she left to go home around 10 p.m. He said he had no clue Terry was taking amphetamines, and added that once she left the agency, the photographer was the one in charge of her. The photographer said the shoot got started around midnight and wrapped up between 3 and 4 a.m., but he had no idea when Terry took off. Right then, Benson noticed Danny standing next to the photographer. She testified before against this creepy guy who'd assault models by pretending to take their measurements. He'd just gotten out of jail 2 weeks before. The next day, Benson and the crew found that guy. He said he was at home watching a football game the night all this went down, but the investigation cleared him, so he was off the hook. Over on Detective Munch's end, they had a big break. Terry got kicked out of the studio around midnight cause she was over her weight limit. She cried and made a bunch of calls right there in the studio, then left with another model named Tina. When Benson got to Tina's place, he ran into the major case squad. Turns out Tina's body was found in a dumpster that morning. The murder weapon was a claw hammer too. Taylor looked into Terry's phone logs and found she called her mom at 12:40 a.m., then 3 calls to the famous author Hampton. Taylor tracked down Terry's mom, who said Terry called that night saying she didn't want to be a model anymore. She also said Terry's dad, her ex, treated Terry like a cash cow and didn't give a damn about her life. But when Benson acted like the photographer already spilled the beans, Danny lost it right then. Turns out that guy who took measurements assaulted Danny once, and that cost her her modeling job. All her friends bailed on her, only the photographer stuck with her. That night, when Terry and Tina came at M, Danny felt like her last bit of dignity was gonna get crushed. So she grabbed a claw hammer from under the car seat and went crazy on the 2 girls with it. Afterward, she was panicking and ran to the photographer for help. The photographer said they should use the hammer to make it look like a sexual assault. Tina died right there on the spot, so the photographer got rid of her body. Danny dumped Terry at the hospital entrance.